Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Chris Hawkes, and this is Your Best Life Defined. I hope you're doing well this morning. Hope you're doing better today than you did yesterday, right? Because that's the plan, right? That's this whole story about living your best life. It's about waking up every day and saying to yourself, what can I do now? What can I do now to add value to my life? What can I do now to do some shit where I'm saying, yeah, I should do more of that? Where you walk away from it and you're thinking to yourself, why did I stop doing that? Man, that shit's cool, right? That's how it starts. That's the fuel. The fuel. The question I want to ask you is, when did you stop trying to live your best life? When did you go from that energetic 14, 15, 16, 20, even 30-year-old who woke up every day, and even though you had a lot of struggle, a lot of shit you didn't want to do, you had a whole bunch of shit you were like, yeah, we're doing that after we get done doing all this crap over here, after we get done eating our crap sandwich, we're going to go ahead and jump over here on some good stuff. Got some things cooking, got some ideas. Not only ideas, got some stuff you're actually doing every day. You're actually taking action on every day to improve some aspect of your life. You don't have to be a podcast. You don't have to be you don't have to become a famous musician practicing 16, 20 hours a week or a day. I'm sorry. It could be something simple, like maybe just having some time to laugh, maybe hanging out with your person, hands all over each other, just watching a movie, drinking tea, drinking coffee, talking to each other, getting to know each other again. That's what happens when you stop living your best life. That's when you start accepting where you are and not picking places that you want to be anymore. I see it. I seen it. We summered 2 summers with snowbirders, and I love these people, man, because they know how to do it. They sit around, they do exactly what they want. But the problem I see with it is exactly what they want isn't taking them anywhere. Well, it is actually. It's taking them to an early grave. It's taken them to moments in their life that they're not using to its fullest, right? See, I get it. I understand that some of this is just so complicated and so difficult for people to understand because this is so contrary to the story we've been told. The story we've been told from the time we were like, how old? From the time, even before we learned the concept of money, we look around at the people in our lives and we say, oh, well, that's how I got to be. Papa, grandma, uncle, brothers, sisters, neighbors, friends. You're thinking, who's this guy to show up here and tell me, oh, no, there's a better way to do it. Man, I'm doing it. And the reason I know it's a better way to do it is because everybody's doing it. That makes it safe. Ooh, gotta be afraid of that boogeyman. Gotta be afraid of the unknown. Here's the problem with being afraid of the unknown. The unknown exists regardless of how you feel about it. In fact, it doesn't even matter what you think or what you do in your life. The unknown is there. It's going to show up and slap you around a little bit, things that you don't have any control over. And you can't walk around afraid of it. So what we do is we say to ourselves, oh, everything's fine. I'm perfect. This is safe. This is right where I need to be. Is it? I mean, given all the crap that's going on in the world, COVID-19, shit breaking out everywhere. I don't know if you believe it or you don't. I know people are dying. I know my kids who are in the medical field certainly see it and believe it. I mean, it's an issue. This is part of me continuing on that quest to live my best life. Now let's think about it from your perspective. Think about it for a minute. How did it all start for you? Well, you woke up one day and you're 14, 15, and you got these ideas and you've already got a long list of wants. And the issue is that you get that long list of wants from the people around you. You look at your mom and your dad and your grandpa and your grandma, and they're the image, and then your friends and neighbors, and you look at what they have. You take an inventory of what they have and what this image of success and happiness looks like. And then there you go, man, you're off, 18, 19 years old, you're working, got a loan, bought a car, working some more, bought a loan, got a car, got an apartment, woo, 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 working, got a car, headed off to college, come out $40,000 in debt with nothing. And then next thing you know, you're working again, and you get you a house, and you fall in love, and you get all this stuff, and pretty soon, you look at your life, and it's exactly like everyone else's. Woo! What a way to go, right? You having fun, though, right? Waking up every day at 5:30, dragging your ass out of bed after drinking too much beer at night. That's how I want to do it. That's how I want to do it, right? Hauling ass out the door, realize you left your lunch on the counter, sitting in traffic, everybody's pissed off at everybody, and nobody's moving. Ooh, what a story. When did you stop trying to live your best life? Because when we're kids, we do. From the time we are able to run outside and play hide and seek or do whatever kids do, run around doing shit, we are working on shit we love to do. Now skip all the attitude and the criticisms about what video games do and what social. Just the mere fact that as a child we run around and we do what's fun for us, what inspires us, what we enjoy. And then something happens, we're still doing that, and as we get older, we start chasing things, but that's when our focus turns to what everyone else is chasing. Get the idea for a house, and dad and mom, oh yeah, that's a good idea, get in debt. Take money you haven't even earned yet and put it up, put your labor up so you can buy this wonderful thing that takes more money and more money and more money. And before you know it, you'll be just like us. You'll be 40 pounds overweight, working your butts off just to pay the bills. Little money in the bank, hope you can retire. Are you really rolling like that? Not much of a dream. Not much of a dream. See, you want to hear my dream? Here, jump in with me on this one. Here's my dream. My dream is that at some point I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to settle in and I'm going to be me and I'm going to figure this shit out. And someone's going to say, hey, whoa, looks like you figured it out. I want to meet this guy. I want to talk to this guy. I want to see what motivates him. And then what's going to happen is someone's going to offer me something because I've given so much. Because I'm not charging you for this. Why would I charge you for this? Half the time when I sit down and I listen to what I'm doing, it sounds like bullshit to me. And it would be, except for the fact that it's working. It's working to wake up every day and challenge myself and ask myself, yeah, I could do this, or this. And I can pick the good one. I can pick the one that says, yeah, I love this. This is rocking, man, rocking. So here comes let's bring this around a little bit. Let's bring this around. So we stop living our best life. We stop pursuing things that inspire us when we no longer have the resources to do that. Right? When we run out of money and we run out of time, guess what goes next? Energy. Hey, honey, give me another beer. Hey, honey, can you stop and get me a bottle of wine? Hanging out at the house, watching YouTube videos, surfing social media. Ain't got nothing new on the horizon. Ain't got nothing. Don't have anything you want to learn. Don't have anything cooking that you want to go after. You're just sitting there, hanging out, floating in your boat called life, and it might move here a little, there, go there. You know, maybe you'll eat out, or you'll get introduced something new, get a little extra cash, go have some fun for a while, and then it just settles back in. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. Talking about a still pond, ain't making no waves, and certainly aren't headed anywhere. Now, I'm going to give you a minute because I think it would be wrong of me not to give you the opportunity to actually spend some time thinking about it. So think about this for a minute. Now, what do you have going on in your life right now that's going to take you to a new plateau somewhere down the road? A day, a month, a year? Now, let me give you an example. So when I get done with this podcast, I'm going to go out and I'm going to work out. I'm going to walk about 2 miles. I'm going to do a bunch of push-ups, pull-ups, exercises, calisthenics. I'm going to try and stay in shape, and I'm going to work on that. I'm going to come back, and I think I have a few things I have to do on the RV, and then I'm going to get on my book. I'm going to continue to work on that book. I'm working on the second draft and kind of a rewrite draft, and then third draft we will go through Grammarly. I'll get it edited, and I'm going to get it out, but that's what I'm going to do, and there's a reason for that. It's because I've never done it before. I've never published a book. I've never pushed a book from start to finish, whether I like it or I don't. See, I'm finding that one of the biggest reasons we can never accomplish anything of substantial value in our life that adds value to our life is because we don't have the endurance to do it. Think about your life. Let's just close your eyes and think about just your average day when it starts in the morning. All the things you do, all the things you go through throughout the day. The struggle to get from where you're at to where you want to be every night. And then think about how you feel when you finally hit the bed. All right, how you just feel drained. You don't have anything left. Guess what? I'm not going to promise that I'm taking that away from you. That's not going to go away if you follow this plan to live your best life. But the benefit comes in the fuel it puts in your tank. Win is a win is a win is a win. Win at anything. Face something and challenge yourself to overcome it and win at that. And guess what? You're like, yeah. No, I'm going to walk tonight. I'm not going to hang out. I'm going to walk before dinner. Can you take care of dinner for me, baby? I'm walking. I'm working on this, right? It doesn't have to be something amazing. It doesn't have to be all the effort that I'm putting into this podcast. It can be something simple like I'm going to do 100 push-ups in a row by the end of the month, or by the end of 6 months, I'm going to be able to do 100 push-ups without stopping. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about little things. Get that win, and then guess what happens? You want to win again. And what's cool is it gives you the same exact feeling as going out and spending money, but it doesn't cost you anything except time. See, part of the problem is that it made it okay. The life we've chosen and the life we've inherited, because if you look at my podcast on the web, you'll see it says a way to escape the life you inherited, start living the life you want to live, right? That's really what this is about. Well, you're heading dead speed ahead for your grandma and grandpa's life. When you get their age, I guarantee you, unless you don't do something now, or unless you do something now, you're going to head right into that life they have. You're going to be overweight and tired and beat down and have worked too much and played too little. And it's all because you stopped living your best life when your image of your amazing life matched the image of everyone else's amazing life. But here's a question for you. If your life is so amazing, if this is just the top of your pinnacle, how come it feels so bad? How come it feels like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, like you've got that hurry up? Even, I remember I was there. I had the house, the car, the kids. I still have the kids. Love my kids. I still have the kids. I was there. I remember rushing to take a shower. In fact, it's only been recently that I have stopped rushing to take a shower, and I just take a shower. I enjoy it. I'm in the moment. I remember sitting there and someone important to me, my wife or my child, would be talking to me. And in the back of my mind, I would be thinking about all the things I needed to do and barely listening or barely hanging on to what they're saying. And you know what's sad about that is I will never get that moment back. Whatever that moment was, that moment that my wife reached over, wanted to hold my hand and talk to me for a minute, and I kind of gave her that little squeeze and then rushed away because I had all this shit on my mind, all this stuff I had to do that was more important than her. You want to mess a marriage up, that's how you do it. Put something else in front of the person you love. Make something else more important than the person you love. There's one for you. Even if you're swimming in debt, even if you don't have time, you will always have time to take a moment to spend quality time with your partner, to give them the message that you are still into them, to send them that signal that brings them back or takes them back to where your relationship used to be, inspires those feelings inside, that fuzzy, warm, wow feeling that you get when she used to do that to you or you used to do that to her and she's like blushing and smiling. When did all that stop? So you can sit in your boat, your life inundated with debt, with very few choices. I mean, choices come down to income tax returns, Christmas time, and birthdays. Because anything beyond that, we don't have the money or the time to do. The question is why? We'll get to that, but let me give you a little bit of hint. The question is why? Who are you thinking about every day? Who are you thinking about every day? When you think about why you stopped living your best life, why you stopped pursuing the things you should be doing that you love to do, partly it's because you stopped thinking about you. What will you think about today? How many minutes a day will you spend, or today will you spend with your eyes closed, reviewing your life, reviewing your choices, and thinking about where you're going to be in a year? how great your life is or how truly bad your life sucks. You don't have to. You've got social media, you got Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You got all these people that like you. Like you. Okay. When did we stop being inspired by not by what we have, but by what we can have, not by what we're doing now, but where we can take it? I don't care. It's kind of like us traveling around the country. It's kind of on that same note. So here's the deal. No matter where we go, no matter where we're headed, as we get closer to leaving in our RV, the destination we're at seems to diminish. The value we hold for the destination where we've stayed for a month or two seems to kind of diminish, right? Well, there's a reason for that. It's because we have a new adventure in front of us. We have something that, in spite of whether we've been to that destination before, we've never experienced the moments we're about to experience on the way to that destination, right? What do you have in your life that actually inspires you to arrive there, right? That's when we stop living our best life. When there isn't something cooking in your head, something that wakes you up at night, something that energizes you to think, hey, just think in a couple weeks I'm going to be able to do this, or in a couple months I'm going to be able to do this, that. Just I can learn Spanish. Here, a year I will be fluent in Spanish. Hey, a year from now I will have lost 20 pounds. It's all because I'm working towards something. No matter what I'm surrounded with, no matter what I've created for myself in my life, I'm rolling hard on something better than that. Does it get any more simple than that? You don't have to do it. I get this. You don't have to do it. And this isn't me telling you anything you're doing is wrong. All I'm saying is when you take a look at it, if you take a minute and just imagine anything about your life you could change and make better, something really exciting, like the fact that I plan to have more money than I do now simply because I'm working so hard at what I work hard at, right? Something about changing my dynamics, about my physical stature or my relationship. Build an image around it, build a story around it, start talking about it, start sharing your ideas so people can slap you down and then do it anyway. Careful, guys. I'm on a roll. I'm not stopping. I woke up this morning. I was a little apprehensive. It's been a while since I've been sitting down here thinking about some stuff, out every day trying to figure this thing out, waking up every day and energized about the life I'm living, and constantly on the lookout, constantly scanning that horizon for something new, some opportunity that's going to take my life to the next rung in some area, right? Just keep moving it up, keep wanting more, going after it. Not because you have to, because that's the energy that's the fuel that drives you, right? That's the fuel. If you're sitting still and not getting nothing done, it's probably because your tank's empty. So hey, keep that in mind. I appreciate you showing up every day. I'm trying to add some energy to this thing. Or maybe it's just that I'm done giving a shit about what anybody thinks. If you show up here and you listen to it, I hope you grab some stuff from it because it's there. I'm living proof of it. My wife's living proof of it. And you look around at certain people, and I guarantee you they're not going to be like you. They're living their best life. They're waking up excited about the life they're creating for themselves. The day you wake up, and you can say that, the day you wake up and you go to bed and you can't shut your eyes because you're thinking about what's next, where am I going, what are we going to do to capture every moment. You will do it. It feels great. I'll tell you that. So anyway, as always, I appreciate you showing up. Please share, please like. Pick the good, get rid of the bad. It doesn't matter. This is as good as it gets till it gets better. And as always, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.